What's cracking, Leah?
What's the cracking, Aaron? What's the cracking?
What's good? How
What's
you feeling?
happening?
What's going on?
Chilling. Chilling
Chilling,
like a
chilling,
villain.
chilling like a mug, like a chilling,
Chilling.
chilling.
I'm chilling.
I don't know why Bruh Man just popped in my head. Bruh Man from
Uh,
Martin.
yeah, he doesn't say that.
I know. Who said chilling like a mug, like a chilling? I
Oh,
know
chilling
Bruh
like a
Man was, what
motherfucker.
was
Except
Bruh?
DJ Quick.
No, 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 no.
Oh, yes, yes,
I
yes.
know it's not.
Feeling
No,
like
it's
a
not DJ
motherfucker.
Quick.
Drinking
It's
my
a
40.
comic, but what did
Oh,
Brumman do? Nothing, just
I don't
chilling.
remember.
That's him,
I
right?
don't remember. Oh, that is what he said,
That's
huh?
Brumman,
Or was
right?
it
Okay.
Debo? Was it Debo?
No, Debo
None.
was have
What
my
you got on
money.
my bike,
That's
homie?
Friday. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
What
All
you got on my 40?
right.
Okay.
Well, we got most of
Got
the
that out of the
references
way.
straight. You had a lot of fun with the hot takes last time, and I
I
heard you got
like
some
hot
good ones
takes.
for me. I would say like I heard like
Yeah.
you didn't tell me. It's just like I heard through the grapevine. But yeah, you got some new hot takes for me. Yeah, what you got cracking?
I do. I'm mad that we're smiling right now because I what one that I wanted to show you and I think that we should discuss because I'm really wondering something. So let me play it for you. This is Grimes and this is her take on AI
Hmm.
and you'll see.
Yeah. Overall, I think there's quite a bit of abdication of responsibility about around like what are we going to do as people's jobs start being taken fairly aggressively. Luckily, there's a massive population drop coming, so maybe everything is just fate and it's going to work out okay. But I feel like we might get like very, very, very good AI across every pillar of art before there aren't any more people to make art.
So you wrote, "We appreciate power."
That's it. That he doesn't have anything to follow up with.
Yeah,
I want
that's just a weird thing to say as an aside. Just toss that out. There's
very
going to be a great population reduction soon. Who is she again?
Grimes is one of Elon Musk's baby
That's
mamas.
what I thought.
That's what
Okay, I
makes it
just wanted
even
to make
more
sure that
interesting.
I had the association correct. Because there's
Oh,
also a Grimes rapper.
oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Right, right. So I just wanted to make sure. I mean, I know they're different, and I knew it was in my head, but I just wanted to make sure that I make sure that I knew.
Really
Anyway,
froze. Like, okay,
yeah, I
okay.
told you you glitched out before.
Weird. Zoom needs to get
I know. It's
okay,
because
so
you're
what did
evil.
she mean by that, do you
Because you're
think?
wicked.
It is October.
What'd you say?
I said, what about Grimes? I'm like, what did she mean by that?
I don't know.
I don't like that she is Elon's baby mama because I'm like, what do you know? And why would you just drop that like that so like nonchalantly? That
Yeah.
was a crazy take. That was her justification for AI taking all our jobs. That's wild. Okay.
Well, people have to be prepared for a lot of this that's coming.
I don't feel like what she gave us was preparedness. I feel like that was
She
just more.
didn't. I didn't say she didn't.
Okay, okay.
You
Yeah, people
know.
do have to be prepared for that. And I don't know how would you suggest to prepare? Like, I would think that learning these AI systems so that you could help in the program and stuff like that in the meantime is a good, like, not to be afraid of them because they're here to
Don't
stay.
know what to tell people to do because everybody
Okay, well
does
then
their
listen to
own
me,
thing.
people. Listen to me, people.
Like I am not the leader of the people. You know what
Definitely.
I'm saying?
I am. I am the king of the world.
I am not Martin Luther the King.
Okay, so moving right along. Hot message, y'all.
Trust anyone. But you know who I do trust? Hot messes. You show up 5 minutes late, holding a coffee you couldn't afford, wearing sunglasses indoors because your soul is tired? I'm listening. You've been through some things. But high achievers? No offense, but if your calendar has color-coded blocks, I assume you cry in Excel. Hot messes are honest. They're not out here curating their lives like an Airbnb listing. They will FaceTime you mid-breakdown in a bathrobe while eating shredded cheese out of the bag. That's authenticity. That's leadership. High achievers will ghost you because they're in deep work mode. Hot messes will text you back from the dentist chair with one hand while slightly sedated. Give me the person who is thriving and unhinged. The one who says, I'm fine, but their eyeliner says, I screamed in traffic. Because here's the truth. Hot messes don't fake it. They show up messy, flawed, real, and somehow they still get the shit done. So yeah, perfection is suspicious. Chaos is trustworthy. And I will die on that very unmade hill.
Have you ever worked with a hot mess besides
Okay,
yourself?
so it's not exactly hot take because he's reading it. He's reading
Oh,
somebody
oh,
else's
it's like when
words.
somebody just goes, oh, okay, we need,
Right.
I
And I
need
100% disagree. I couldn't disagree
what?
more.
Oh no, okay.
I couldn't disagree more.
Really? So
Yeah.
you want somebody that is meticulously
I would
non,
rather be around someone who has the qualities that I aspire to have,
what about as an assistant or somebody
as
like,
an assistant. Okay.
yeah, like if you had an assistant that was no matter what, they were going to make it happen. It doesn't matter if they're in dentist chair, like he said, or if they're, changing a flat tire or whatever, they're not going to.
Yeah. But there are people that are not hot messes that make it happen.
I agree with him so much. Like, but maybe it's
Yeah.
because I work in the creative
Yeah.
fields that
If I can
people,
tell that you
you
screamed
don't
in
need
your
to see
car
it.
on the way here,
At least
no.
you didn't call me and tell me about it. If I could just look at you and be like,
Yeah.
okay, she's been through it.
Yeah.
My first assistant that I kept
If you
for,
don't got enough sense to sober up and get out the dentist chair before you call me back, you know what I'm saying?
well, no, what if you don't have time? You don't have time to wait for her to call you back. Like that, you need that call right now. Then that's the
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
That's how it was. Shoot, my assistant that I had, I kept her for I would say like 9 years. And when I hired her, she was just about to turn 16. She was an intern, so it wasn't like against the law or anything. She was an intern at first, and I hired her as my assistant and kept her the whole time. Hot mess. She like had been through so much. Her daddy got exiled. Her best friend died in her arms. Like so much stuff. All the guys, all the rappers, all the producers were trying to get at her all the time. And I'm like, okay, are you wearing your lawsuit? I'd always joke with them because she's underage, but she got it done. Shout out to Valerie, by the way. That was my girl. And that will be forever my bar. Okay.
So
So
you're calling her a hot mess?
she was a hot mess, but she was great. She was so great. And then she actually ended up directing, like turning that hot messness into creative energy, and it worked.
Okay, so she's still a hot mess?
I don't know. I haven't talked to her in so very long, but
And that would be okay with you if she was still a hot mess? It would be great. You'd be like,
well,
ooh,
she'd still be really young and like, I don't
that's not
know.
really the point. I'm
I
just
mean, if
saying.
it's working for her, yeah, that's fine with me. I don't
Yeah,
care.
I just, hot mess, I would probably walk in the other direction. Oof, that's a hot mess.
Well,
I don't even
okay.
appreciate him trying to gaslight me like that. That's some
I don't think that you
bullshit. That's
understand.
some bullshit.
It depends on what it's for too. Like I said, creative. But did you ever remember? I mean, do you remember that website hotghettomess.com?
Do I remember it? I don't know why I would
Hot,
ever find myself on a website called Ghetto Mess. I
hotghettomess.com.
can't imagine having enough time.
This was back in my this was oh, they don't have that anymore. They've replaced it with World Star. But I'll give you an example of what they would have on hotghettomess.com. So they'd have a guy who was dead. He was deceased by drive-by, I will assume. And he is in a casket that is the shape of a car, and he's sitting up, and his hands are on the wheel of the car, and he's kind of leaned back, but he's dead. And so the caption says, ride or die, or both. That's hella funny to me. I cannot. That's hella funny. Oh my God. Or both is funny. Okay, so moving right along.
This one I'm gonna show you is not really their hot take. It's
Hmm.
I want to like it's gonna be our hot take on this. All
Okay,
right.
okay. That
All
works for me
right.
too. I like that.
All
That
right. So
neutral. Getamess.com. We should see if that website's available. Like, the web address to own it.
yeah, I just can't imagine ever,
Oh,
doing
she would have it
it.
all.
All right, so check this out. I'm gonna show you this and I'm gonna show you the flip side, but first I'm gonna show you this.
Okay.
How many Taco Bell stackers can we eat?
I think I'm gonna go for 12 this time. I think I could do about 15.
I think we can do about 23, just to make it even. Got the Taco Bell stackers in this bag. It's heavy too, it almost ripped. Here's my first one.
Here's my first one. First one. Second one.
This is my 15th one. 17th one.
This is my 13th one. I made it past 12, y'all. I'm done with the stackers and I'm moving on to burritos.
This is my last one. I don't think I can make it past 30. Nachos for a little break.
The nachos for a little break.
Slowing down back there?
Yep, I got you. After 17 stackers, I can do it.
And 5 burritos.
Alright, my goal was what, 23? I got 30. So I think that's an accomplishment.
Mine was 12. I got 14 stackers down, 3 quesadillas, and 10 tacos.
Wow.
My goal was 15 stackers, and I had 17 stackers, 5 burritos, some chips and cheese, and I ordered me a 12 pack of Cinnabon Delight.
And how many can you eat?
Taco Bell should be arrested for a coerced suicide. Like, that is so crazy.
I had nachos for a break.
I had nachos for a break. The other one said cheese and chips. Like, that's a thing at Taco Bell. Just cheese and chips.
It is.
Like, you have, okay.
It absolutely is.
That's nachos. Is that not nachos? Cheese
No,
and
it's not
chips.
nachos.
Okay. I don't know. They ate more. That one girl in one seat
Okay,
ate
so-
more Taco Bell in that one sitting than I have in all of my lives.
So when I talk about the algorithm and living in alternate realities, like those 3 women that found each other in their algorithm, I don't know how they found each other, if they're related or whatever, but they really believe like that was like they
A goal.
recorded it.
It was
You
a
know what I'm
goal.
saying? They had
Yeah.
goal to eat 23 Taco Bell and look how
Stackers.
big them girls were. I mean, they
Right.
were huge. These were massive women. And
Their
like, you know,
bathrooms must be blown.
it wasn't like an eating contest or something. It was like, you know, so like what is going on in the world in their algorithm that would have them to where they're posting this online like it's a good thing. Like they're and they're happy about it.
Why would you see it though? Like,
My
where did
goal was 23 and I got to 30. Like what?
where did you see it? You saw it on X or something? Because why did it come across your algo? Like your digital algorithm? Huh. I don't know. Shit was crazy. That's very crazy. So I don't know why that would be a thing. That's the frequency they're on, I guess.
It was just hard to watch. Like for
Very
me, like
hard
it
to
was
watch.
hard. Like even showing it to
Yeah.
you, I wanted to stop it like halfway
Yeah.
through.
I wasn't looking directly at it
Sometimes I take you. Why?
because it's hard to watch. Like a train
Yeah,
wreck, you know it's there. You don't have to look right at it.
yeah. Sometimes I take things that are uncomfortable. Like when they make me uncomfortable, I save them anyway
Mhm.
because you know it's like something I need to. Why is it triggering me, or why is it? You
Mhm.
know, you got to take accountability. There's a lot of stuff going on in the Black community, quote unquote, Black community, that they are just simply not taking responsibility for. And like nobody told these girls that's not okay. Like, how is that okay?
I have no idea. It's a
That's just
horrible.
not okay.
There's not a single thing I can see about it that's actually okay. Not a single thing, except for maybe, the camaraderie between them. That's cool that they all align with something. My turn.
Yeah. Well, yeah, friendship is always good. I'm not saying anything about them, their they're they could be good people.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? I'm not really talking about that. I'm just talking about, you know, the idea that what they're doing is okay and there's nobody around them
Telling them no, honey,
telling them
that is
no.
going to kill you. That's not even meat, like, or it could be, but not.
Not only that, but if they're getting clicks, if people are watching that, then they're getting validation for it.
Right, right. And people aren't watching it, and I would assume, which might be a wrong assumption, but I'd assume that they're not watching it for, no, it's my turn. They're
No?
not watching it to laugh. Oh yeah, you had another take on it. Like they're watching it more to laugh than to relate, is my thought.
I don't know what most of them are doing, but they might have a fan club, is my point.
They might. I'm just
There
saying.
are these influencers
There
that
are
eat
vultures.
a lot and have fan clubs.
Oh, I
They
know
eat-
the mukbang people. You know,
I don't know if that is,
that's when
but
they eat to make and then the noises they make and the ASMR and all that stuff.
I don't know if we're talking about the same thing.
Men.
They eat. All they do is
If a
eat.
man
on the
comes along-
influencer.
This is Alina Lipnitskaya, a popular Ukrainian TikToker back in 2020.
And this is her now. She's clearly in the last 5 years lost a dangerous amount of weight, all while her fame online has grown. What is happening here? It seems that many algorithms amplify pro-anorexia or thinspiration content, along with a standard of edited bodies that are often dangerously thin or unrealistic. This constant exposure can encourage and reinforce harmful comparisons, creating feelings of inadequacy and fueling disordered eating. It seems that as Alina became thinner and thinner, she received more likes, comments, and shares, which encouraged her to post increasingly extreme content. The same is happening with this American influencer Eugenia Cooney, who gained fame through fashion, makeup tutorials, and lifestyle vlogs. However, she continues to portray her extreme thinness online. Is it glamorizing eating disorders and influencing vulnerable young followers? Just last year, she abruptly ended a live stream after gagging and appearing distressed.
Alright, I'm gonna get off for now.
Reigniting fears among her 4 million followers. Many are worried she's stuck in a dangerous cycle. What do you say to a loved one who's engaging in more and more dangerous behavior, which is being spurned on by increasingly addictive online attention?
So from one extreme to the other,
That's even worse to me. That's so bad.
that's even worse.
I can't imagine. I don't know how she's like walking around and what, like, oh
But
God.
but like he was saying, because they get likes and clicks,
Right. It
it's
encourages them to exhibit very, very toxic and
on
dangerous
both sides of the
behavior. Both
spectrum.
sides,
This
yeah.
is what people need to understand about the algorithm. Whatever you click, it just gives you more of that. So
Yeah.
everybody's in their own worlds, you know? And
Trouble.
excuse me. And I could understand clicking. See, this is one of the things that I found interesting with Twitter when I first came on, because there was some stuff that I want to acknowledge, but I didn't want to like it. But the only way to acknowledge it is to
Right,
give it a
right,
like.
right, right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
There's some stuff that you want people to see, like, there should be like, it's not a dislike. It's not like a there should be some kind of a button that's like,
Like,
look, I don't
it's
like
cool.
this,
Shout
but you
out.
need to
Yeah,
see
but
it.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to see this, but I don't like it.
right.
But so getting
That
likes
was
is just,
disturbing. Yeah,
but
getting likes.
but
It's
that's
that. It's
part of
the
it. It's like, you don't necessarily like it, but that's the only way that there is to acknowledge it. But either way, getting all those likes is feeding them into these sort of cycles. It's the same way with people that are all caught up on race. Same with the big girls that are all caught up on food. It's like when you get into one of these loops, it's the same way that Chat GPT is driving people crazy. When you get into one of these loops, it's like you get just, all I can say is hopefully people come up for air.
Well, yeah, and also and recognize that that's what's happening.
Make sure that you have something in your feed that is completely
That's
opposite to
what
what you believe,
exactly. My
even
mom.
if you look at it and get mad and just like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? But just make sure that it's still in there so you're not oblivious to other ways of looking at things, you know?
Yeah, my mom actually does that. She'll just completely put something so far left or so. She taught me that a
Yeah.
long time. I was like, Mom, you're so silly. And then now I'm like, you're not silly. I
No.
programmed my TikTok algorithm very well. And I believe that Pinterest is easier to program too. X, I don't know what that shit is. Like, it's just so all over the place.
Well, apparently X soon you'll be able to program it, with the Grok AI, you'll be able to program or
Oh,
alter
your
your
algorithm.
algorithm.
Okay.
So
Okay.
by the end
That's
of the
cool.
year, he said. So we'll see.
Though that really was disturbing. That was like a hot freaking mess for real.
This is what I'm saying.
Oh,
You
I can't
avoid hot
believe
messes.
how
We do
unhealthy
not
and
want
addictive.
hot messes in this space.
No, that was a
No.
dangerous hot mess. Totally different website. I see how you
No.
got confused. I get it. All right, so we're gonna take a look here, see at the economy as it relates to Black and white people. Or actually, you know what? It's just the economy as it relates to Black people. And this is a hot take that I don't know. I might agree with, I might not. Let's see how you feel. Uh-oh. Can you wait? What do you see? I hope so. He's just gonna ignore me because I can't see him.
That you're playing against. You have to. If I right now decided that I wanted to play Monopoly with you, and for 400 rounds of playing Monopoly, I didn't allow you to have any money, I didn't allow you to have anything on the board, I didn't allow for you to have anything, and then We played another 50 rounds of Monopoly, and everything that you gained and you earned while you were playing that round of Monopoly was taken from you. That was Tulsa. That was Rosewood. Those are places where we built black economic wealth, where we were self-sufficient, where we owned our stores, where we owned our property, and they burned them to the ground. Not only do you not get to play, you have to play on the behalf of the person that you're playing against. You have to play and make money and earn wealth for them, and then you have to turn it over to them. So then for 50 years, you finally get a little bit and you're allowed to play. And every time that they don't like the way that you're playing, or that you're catching up, or that you're doing something to be self-sufficient, they burn your game. They burn your cards. They burn your Monopoly money. And then finally at the release and the onset of that, they allow you to play and they say, okay, now you catch up. Now at this point, the only way you're going to catch up in the game is if the person shares the wealth, correct? But what if every time you share the wealth, then there's psychological warfare against you to say, oh, you're an equal opportunity hire. How can you win? You can't win. The game is fixed.
I actually have her somewhere, that same woman, and she kind of goes on a little bit. Um, okay, so we're in the realm of two things can be true at the same time here, as far as
Yeah.
I approach the way that I see this.
Mhm.
She's right about a lot of what she said,
Mhm.
but also she didn't personally endure those hardships. Like everybody's got the hand they're dealt. You know what I'm saying? So some people get dealt better hands than other people. That's life. It doesn't matter if everything was spread out equally or not. People are smarter, some people are faster. It's the nature of the world. You know what I'm saying? So she's using it as an excuse to some extent as well
Why
to
do you
not.
say that though? What did she say that made you think that? That she's using it as an excuse instead of
Well, it's she's sort of using it in a way to say, why try when the game is
Oh, I didn't get
all
that. I
rigged?
didn't get that from her. I didn't get
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
But
Maybe I could be reading a little bit more into it, or maybe it's part of the other
because
clip
there's a lot
that I
of people
have.
that are like that. Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
lot of people. And
it
she
might
also
be,
had the BLM and the yeah.
yeah. So like, I think all those things are true, and you still grind anyway,
Mhm.
and you still grind. So I would understand, like, I would receive those words better from somebody who was on their grind, that was grinding, that was
I
doing
mean,
their
I don't
thing.
know that she's not. It looks like she's been kicked down a couple times, but
Well, I mean, everybody's been kicked down.
right,
Everybody.
right. Well, this is what I got from that
Well,
wasn't
let me
exactly.
not
Okay, sorry, go
everybody.
ahead.
That's that. Yeah, sorry, not everybody, but most of
Right.
us have been kicked down.
Yeah, and then some people just choose the low road, like
Yeah, some
the
people,
flying or whatever. I don't know.
everybody's not made the same.
Uh,
So, like I said, she didn't strike me as the kind of person that um she didn't just I just didn't get the impression from I got the impression from her that it was more of an excuse than a for her not doing, but I mean, I know I know those facts are true, but I'm still doing what I do. You
mhm.
know what I'm saying? So I don't know what to tell you about that. Like I get it. I understand you. You're not wrong, but I still grind. So like, what is it? What do you want me to
I
do?
mean, okay, so it can be looked at. I see how you saw it, but I feel like also it could be looked at as a plea for, not a plea, but as a reason for reparations. Like she could have been arguing reparations to somebody. The reason why that is appropriate,
Yeah,
because of
but I feel
400.
like reparations going to somebody like that would just go right back to the
Well,
white people. Like it's
you're
stupid.
totally judging her based off
Like
of
I
a
think
2
given
minute clip. Like you don't know her.
I know. Again, but I have another clip
Right,
of
right,
her.
right. I
So
hear you.
maybe I'm referencing other things that you haven't seen or something else. Because I have and she's going off even harder than that. There's like she's going off. And the
Hmm.
clip, I don't want to look for it because I know I have it somewhere, but it'll take me forever to
Hmm.
find it. But I actually have her, that
Hmm.
same
That's
lady, that
interesting. Same day,
same everything.
same
Yeah.
take.
But I think it's further on in the conversation.
Right. And we don't hear the other side. I mean, it could be, we just don't know.
Listen, again, I don't gravitate toward the hot messes. So, you know what I'm saying? So if she had been, dressed nice and articulate and didn't have to yell to get her point across, I'm more, for me personally, I am more likely to hear it from that person than I am from somebody that appears like they're not actually putting the effort in. You
Right.
see
And
what I'm
if she
saying?
was that person, though, I don't think she'd have the same argument to some
Right,
extent. Yeah.
right.
But I do agree.
Like if
More
I'm putting
so,
the effort in and if I keep like if I'm putting the effort in right now and I
Mhm,
keep getting smacked down by the white man, then
mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Then I would say, look, this happened right now from the white man. And I wouldn't be I'm not
That's
so
kind of
much
what I felt from her, though, like that she keeps on trying and it keeps
yeah,
on
I
happening.
feel
And
that.
and
Yeah.
it's there's not an argument there because that there's studies that are happening right this
Listen, you're
second.
not gonna get me fighting against reparations or anything. I'm just saying
Right. And I'm not
that
even saying that that's what it
yeah.
was. But what
Yeah.
I
I'm
did
just
get
saying that this none of that is an excuse not to be on point and on your shit.
right. And
That's
so
all I'm
she could
saying.
have that same argument, but also be like, like
Yes.
I'm grinding, but check this out. And I've seen
Yeah.
I've seen black women like that too that I have
Yeah.
a large respect for.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say
And you
that
say
what
like,
I
look, and I know this is happening to me because historically this and this, and it's happened
exactly
this and this, and you can bring people's attention to it and let
right.
them know that's how you break down
Because
the
this is
walls.
stuff
That's how
that I
you
would
break down the
like
barriers.
Nick Fuentes. I would like him to know that stuff. Like I would like him to
He
actually receive
knows.
it. And well, I don't know. I don't know. People believe their algorithms, but she's not the right presenter for such
Yeah.
information for
I
somebody.
for me personally, I couldn't hear the
No,
argument from
and for
her.
Nick Fuentes, I don't think he would
You're right.
receive her well either. It would have to be somebody that had,
But I'm not speaking for me. I mean, for him. I'm just saying, for me personally, yeah,
right,
I get that argument from somebody that's grinding,
right,
but I don't get it from somebody that is using it for what I perceive as an excuse to not. So,
right, right. And I'm with you there. I just appreciate her analogy, I think, best of all. Like the Monopoly analogy is really good. It's a good one.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, people like games.
yeah.
Okay, so
No, I mean, I could actually go on that. I don't know, what do you say, topic? Um,
yeah,
so her thoughts on white guilt and systematic racism.
systematic is a better word.
I am white, and on both sides of my family, we do not have any massive generational wealth. My mom's father is the only one of my four grandparents who we got any sort of generational wealth inherited from. And 99% of the wealth that we inherited from my grandfather was from selling his house. My grandfather was born in 1926 in rural North Carolina, and he was a 6'3" white man with blue eyes. And other than being white, my grandfather didn't have that many privileges. He was one of like 7 children. His mom didn't even get to high school level education, and his dad never went to college. They were not privileged in most other ways that we define privilege, but he was a white male in a very, very racist country. What his whiteness allowed him to do was work his way through college. At the time, there were colleges that weren't accepting black people, and he was accepted to college as long as he could pay for it. And he ended up getting a law degree and becoming very successful. And again, never hoarded any significant wealth, but bought a house outside of Washington, D.C. in the 50s. In a neighborhood that was redlined. And actually, my mom, who was born in the 60s, remembers in the 70s when the first black family moved into their neighborhood, because it had literally been sectioned off and realtors would not sell to black families. And my mom, who is 58 years old, went to a year of segregated school. So for all of you saying, it was so long ago, everyone has equal rights now, get over it. My mom remembers when the first black student joined her class in the 70s in Alexandria, Virginia. In 2015, my grandfather died, and we sold his house that he bought for around $100,000 in the 50s, and we sold it for $1 million. That money was divided among his children, and my family was able to get out of a lot of debt, and it completely reset my ability to go to private versus public school, my ability to afford tutors, my ability to become the educated person that I am. And it was all really because I have a white grandfather. Let me finish. Had my grandfather been black and had all of the other skills and background that he had, he couldn't have gone to the schools that he went to, he wouldn't have been hired in the jobs that he was, and he couldn't have bought the house that he did, that, 65 years later, put his family out of debt. So if anyone tries to tell you it's not that deep, it really is that deep. It goes so far back. Any small privilege that a white person has is probably, to some degree, due to their whiteness. And if you are a white person who has roots in the South, you definitely should have white guilt, and you definitely should be doing the work to understand how your privilege affects the people around you and how you can help level the playing field. And everyone tried to get all particular about these specific situations where a black person might have a privilege or a woman might have a privilege over a man. Those are isolated situations you're bringing up. We're talking about large-scale, mass, systematic issues. Now, yeah, legally, black people and white people should have the same exact rights and privileges. But they're playing catch up. Because if my family, like I said, had been black, we would never have gotten out of debt in 2015. I would never have been able to afford the school that I went.
I like that she is realistic about what's going on. I don't agree with white guilt. Like it's not, I don't feel like it's necessary to feel guilty. I just feel like it's
Yeah, there's nothing to
necessary
feel
to
guilty about. You didn't have nothing to do with it. Like
right.
you literally didn't have
You
nothing to do
know,
with it. But
right.
understanding
But
that you got a
understand that it
different
is a
card.
thing. It's not, yeah,
Yeah.
it's not, and it's not because somebody is a certain way besides the color of their skin. It's not like they didn't want to work and have a home and have a family and all this stuff. That's not the reason why they don't have those things. It's because they
Well, it's the
literally
reason why some of them don't have them.
some of them. I mean, now it's obviously it's a cycle now. Like that's what I'm saying. Like all of these things don't happen because people are born that way. It doesn't happen that way. It's like people are born people, and then circumstances and environment molds, their adult life when they encounter all these people that think that they're monsters and stuff like that. Like it's not, it's
I think
totally
that's part of it, but I think part of it is is bloodline. I think a lot of it's bloodline. Yeah,
yeah. I got
I
something for
do.
you.
Hmm?
You really think that people are born, I mean, only reason why I can maybe agree with you is because I think about some white people. And I'm like, why do you love to murder so much? Like that has
Think
got
about
to
some
be in your
white
blood.
people and you say,
Yeah,
why
like white
do
people are so murderous that I'm like,
that is so
you weren't all
weird.
raised that way.
That's an oddly racist thing to say. What are you
The
talking
people,
about?
no, I'm
White
saying
people are
like
murderous.
some
What?
white people, some white people. You don't understand what I'm saying? Every world war, every war period, and across this, every bomb, it's like very murdery. It's a murderous way to be.
Okay. All right. Well,
And so
there's some
I'm like,
nuance into
that's the only
that that
reason why, because what are
I'm not
you
ready to
saying?
get into, but huh?
Because what are you saying that people are born, that it has to do with bloodline? What do you
Yeah, I think
mean?
a lot of it does.
What do you mean?
Just what I said.
Okay, he doesn't want to stand on business. Okay, so I'm gonna
What do you mean I don't want to stand on business?
what are you
What are
talking
you
about?
talking
Bloodline?
about?
Whose bloodline? What are you referring to? That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
talking about a lot of who you are comes from your blood, your DNA.
Yeah, I know, but not, I don't know. Okay, we'll talk about that some other time. I got something for you here. Let's do this. Since we're talking about the blacks. No, I'm kidding. And this should be quick. Okay, here we go. This is that. Go here. Oh no. Every time it's different. That's cool.
The only groups, they have no culture. It depends on who you meet, where you meet in this country are the only groups,
African
they
Americans
have
in
no
this country.
culture. It depends on who you meet, where you meet them.
But currently there's not an African American culture?
No.
Yes, there is.
What is it? Name two value systems in the African American culture.
Value system?
Yes. Name two taboos in the African American culture system. Name two traditions, by the way, in the African American culture system.
Mr. Zanu, Mr. Zanu, Mr. Zanu. See, Mr. Zanu, you're obviously an intelligent fellow, but it's comments like yours that fuel diaspora wars. It's comments like yours that make work like mine frustrating. Because respectfully, you're being intellectually naive, either because you don't want to do the research, or you simply don't want to. You said African Americans can't handle freedom or civil rights because they have no cultural foundation. You said they have no culture. You said they have no taboos, nothing to balance it out. So let me offer you some clarity before you confuse displacement with deficiency. First, I think the question is dishonest. You don't strip people of their land, language, names, gods, and memory, then complain that they can't trace their lineage back to 1462. African Americans didn't lose culture. They forged one in fire. So, Mr. Zanu, here are just some of the values in African American culture. 1. Resilience. The cultural DNA of survival. From slavery to Jim Crow to mass incarceration, they didn't just endure, they build. 2. Collective uplift. Each one teach one. From the church to the block. The goal is always bring your people with you. 3. Self-determination. Ask Garvey. Ask Malcolm X. Ask Black Wall Street. Even in chains, there was always the instinct to self-govern. 4. Respect for elders. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. Big mama. Uncle, even if we are not related. Don't get it twisted. That's ancestral. 5. Faith and spiritual power. Whether through Christianity, Islam, ancestral reverence, or Yoruba revival. Spirituality is core. 6. Creativity as resistance. Music, dance, style, slang. African Americans turned rhythm and rhyme into shields and swords. 7. Kinship beyond blood. Play cousins, aunties who aren't biological. Because when the system breaks the family, community steps in. 8. Justice and fairness. From civil rights to Ferguson to George Floyd,
Okay,
African
this is not a
Americans
hot
don't stop
take. This
fighting
is
for
a
the oppressed.
speech.
And then we move on to taboos.
This is
Yes.
the
I'm
guys.
so
African
over it.
Americans
Like, this
have
is not a hot
Are
take.
you
He's
serious?
like
Are you
reading a
serious?
speech.
1.
Oh my
He's
God,
reading a
that's so telling.
speech. Like, why do you keep getting these people reading speeches?
What do you mean keep getting? What do you mean
The
keep
first
getting?
guy was
Don't say
reading
that.
too.
The hot take guy? I mean the hot mess guy? I mean, so you
Yeah.
say, I don't think so. But anyway,
He was
that
like
was one
literally
of the most
eyes on the
amazing.
screen.
I'm sorry.
When he got to like number 8, I was like, dude, how long is this dude gonna go on? Like, that's not a hot take. There's no
The hot take was
emotion or
the first
passion.
guy. The first guy's hot take was that there was no African American culture. This was a response.
Yeah. I loved his response. He was right. Like
You
that
didn't even
the
get
guy
to
was
no
like when he was
snitching or
talking about
anything. It
you
actually
have no
got really
culture.
good.
You
It
have no
actually
culture
really
in
got good.
America. That's like, no, I don't believe that shit. But I didn't need the speech afterwards. That was speech. You know,
Okay.
he didn't have that memorized all the way to
Always
number 8.
don't ever think that
He didn't
I
have
can
that
just cut
memorized all
off
the way
your
to number
shit
eight.
whenever I want.
What'd you say? He didn't have that memorized all the way to number 8. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Anyway, yeah, I don't need the, the educational sidetrack. But yeah, he was right though. He was right. Not very hot. So he was just going on a little long for there to not be that passion behind, you know what I'm saying? Like you're reading it. Obviously you're reading it. When you got to number 8,
Yeah,
I
I
was like,
think the English.
he was like number 8. It's like, dude.
I guess I really enjoyed it. It made because at first when the first guy said the thing, I was like, "Oh
He
shit,
was right.
we
Don't
don't
get me
have any."
wrong, but like I was just looking for like him to be like doing a different thing. So
He was looking for love in all the wrong places. Okay, so do I
okay,
get to
so let
still
me
go?
let me show you this real quick
Okay.
because
Mm.
I was talking to you about.
Where did you go?
Are you singing PYT?
No, I was singing Rihanna. Where did you go?
Oh,
Where did you go?
um, yeah. So anyway, I was talking about bloodlines and how that does have something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
So let me show you this.
So this guy in 1870 was helping out in a prison. He found that 42 inmates all traced back to the same great-great-grandfather. So he had to figure out what happened. So he dove in and did a deep study. He found that it traced all the way back to a guy in New York named Max Jukes. He was a bum, a thug, and a womanizer. He had 11 kids with a bunch of different women and a crazy life. And his stats over the 5 generations are insane. 310 people died as paupers, 400 drunks, 190 prostitutes, 150 more criminals, and 7 murderers. But wait, it gets even crazier. Then he compared it to another family at the exact same time. His name was Jonathan Edwards. Also had almost a dozen kids. And he lived right near him. He was a teacher, he was a pastor. And here is their next 5 generations. 13 college presidents, 65 college professors, 75 military leaders, 80 public servants, 60 authors, 60 doctors, 30 judges, 100 more pastors, 100 lawyers, 3 U.S. senators, and a U.S. vice president. Parents do not realize that the decisions that they make today have ripple effects for generations to come. It's more about what we leave in our kids than to them.
Yeah, I don't know if that's bloodline though. I feel like it's
It's not
more,
exactly bloodline, but what I'm
yeah, it's what I agree with that. Like
you're right.
it's
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's not exactly bloodline, but
they're
it's
not born.
kind of going to what I'm talking about though. It's well, okay. We were talking about um what was that in
We're talking
reference?
about the as far as people being born bad, like you mean what did the reference come from?
Yeah, we were talking about something before that, and
I
I just
know.
I forgot.
I mean, but this comes up a
Anyway.
lot anyway, but it'll come back. But yeah.
Yeah, so I guess he's not really talking about bloodlines. So,
Yeah.
maybe my point is maybe I'm off.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
you
I was
do
talking about
see,
white people being murderous. I
oh
remember that.
yeah, yeah,
Backtrack.
oh yeah. Okay, all right. Anyway,
Not
yeah, I don't
all
want
white
to get
people,
it.
obviously. But no,
I
you know
don't
what's
want to get into that,
interesting?
huh?
Here's a little fun fact. I'll pull up the map for you one day. But most of the colonies from Europe to almost every island that we consider a United States territory and beyond, those were all penal colonies. Penal colonies, that's how you say it. And I was gonna say penile. But colonies. So a lot of like the founding, members of almost every land that we all inhabit were prisoners that were,
Yes,
serving time.
yes.
And so that may lend itself to the reason
To
why
yeah, you're
people,
not
yeah,
wrong.
there's a lot of murdery stuff going on.
You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah. So that's just a fun fact. Who knows? But that's also like that's environment versus
Yeah, nature versus nurture.
exactly. So on that, we're kind of on that. I don't know if this is rehearsed. I doubt it, but because he's a teacher, he may sound like it.
Mhm.
Okay. He's like, shut up. Oh wait, put it here.
Morning. Let's get to the weeds a little bit this morning. Would you say the men on Epstein's list are flawed? That they're complicated? That they're men of their time? Should we revere them for their ideas, their greatness, their leadership, their examples? Because look what they're building. America. They're making America great again. Great men. What I was thinking about is that we already have something of an Epstein list from revolutionary America, from the kind of stuff that I work on. It's not sealed, it's not hidden, and it's been out in the open for centuries. But many Americans still embrace it. Hey, I'm Tad Sturmer. I'm a scholar of the American Revolution and author of the forthcoming A Resistance History of the United States. Thomas Jefferson wasn't an outlier. James Madison wasn't an outlier. George Washington wasn't an outlier. Patrick Henry wasn't an outlier. John Marshall wasn't an outlier. By 1775, nearly half of all enslaved people in Virginia were of mixed ancestry. How many people that you know of who are descended from enslaved people in the 18th century have European DNA? Maybe as much as 10% of the entire American population at the time was mixed. And many of them had the names of the men who claimed to own them and father them. Not just Jack or Isaac, but names like Burl and Wormley and Carter and Randolph and Beverly. Those aren't just family names. They were claims. They were first names taken from white enslavers, modeling after actual naming practices from 16th century Warwickshire. It was a cultural stamp of blood ownership, more to the point. It was a marker of origin, a marker of exploitation. And it was no secret. It wasn't sealed. An English minister recorded in his journal in 1774, a guy named Thomas Crocken, that every white enslaver's son that he ran into was exploiting, in his words, the wenches. It was so rampant that he described it as a public health epidemic for Virginia. And so people talked when they heard what Thomas Jefferson was doing with Sally Hemings. She was 14 when he started. He was 44. And he was in love with his own power. At 16, Sally had to negotiate with him about the fate of the children he would impose on her for the rest of her life. 16. And she had the extraordinary presence of mind to forge a bargain with him. That's not a romance, that's not complexity. That's what it looks like when power consumes a life and just calls it civilized, calls it enlightened. The only people who didn't blink? The other men in Jefferson's world, the other men in his club, the other men on the list. But we shrug now. We excuse. We say things like, well, they were just men of their time. We can't hold them to today's standards. They built the greatest country the world has ever known. They were geniuses. Don't throw all that away just because of some complicated personal behavior. Really? That's your standard? And extend that thinking. Take it to the next step. There's an implicit statement in every excuse for the patriot exploiters. It was okay. It was worth it. Women and men like Sally Hemings were casualties, sacrifices on some altar of liberty. That was the cost, we're told, that Jefferson and Madison and Washington had to impose to build America. So accept the lost lives, accept the destroyed lives, accept the lost girls, the lost boys by the thousands, by the tens of thousands, because America was worth it. Talk about that.
No, what you think about I'm going to stop because just casualty. He seems extra long now that I'm sitting here watching it with you.
Yeah, you have really long, intense kind of.
Intense, I know, right? Hot take. That was a take. That's
yeah, it was a take. Look, he's not wrong, but he's not 100% right either. Just off the rip, the first thing that I'm trying to, people need to understand is that women can get married at 12, 14 years old. Our society does prolonged adolescence. I'm saying, okay, I'm not trying to sound creepy or anything like that, but back in the day, women got married at 12. It is what it was.
Why did they stop? Why did that stop?
I don't know why it stopped, but I'm just saying.
You don't think it was because they realized that women were like they actually had minds of their own and they had feelings of their own and that they they were not old enough to
I think no, I don't. I think that a 16-year-old back then was like a 30-year-old today.
Well, the reason why would be
You see what I'm saying?
Only because of what they were able to and actually
she was 16 years old and negotiating with basically the leader of the free world.
Because she had like 5 babies by the time.
That was a bad bitch right there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but she had so many babies outside of her. She had so many babies outside of her will. Like that wasn't what she chose for herself. But she obviously loved her children.
Okay. But we're making
that's by
two different
force,
points
though.
here.
That's not.
Yeah, okay, listen, we're making two different points here. The point that I'm trying to make is that it's often impossible to look at things historically through the perspective of what we see today. Now, before we started changing the age of women and raising it up from let's say 200 years ago all the way before then, like they got married a lot younger. Like all of history.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So this idea that, she was only 14 now is like, it's crazy to us, right? But like that was like literally the thing. Man, that's how it was. It just
I think America as a whole does that a lot. Like they do that with Albert Kinsey, Dr. Albert Kinsey. They have institutes named after him. Does this like justification based on the time or the,
I'm not justifying
frame of mind.
No. See, I didn't justify anything.
Okay,
what I'm saying is that when we look at things through our perspective, we're looking at it wrong. We're looking at it like these people didn't know about DNA. They didn't have computers. They were not us. Our sense of morality, is afforded because of them and what they did. Our ability to even have the space in which to ponder these questions is different. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they gave us this space to ponder these questions. Look, I'm not like I'm not riding the forefathers' dicks or nothing. They were fucking outlaws that fucking got us a country. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were some writers.
And that's more to his point. I think more to his point is like, that's why some behaviors are accepted today, even though we know better. We know better. Like we do. We know better.
Some behaviors are accepted today, even though we know better.
That's what he's talking about, the list. Like he's talking about behaviors that a lot of our politicians have gone to court for, been arrested for, or been in,
You know what? I had a meme last week. I'm sorry, did I cut you off?
No, go ahead. It's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah. I had a meme last week and it said, what if Trump is not releasing the Epstein files because he is on them personally getting raped by Epstein?
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
And
I don't want people to see that. That would garner a lot of empathy from the left, I think. Like the left would embrace that and be like, oh, he's a victim. Love victim. That would be great for him.
Yeah, it was just the funniest thought to me. I was like, hey, well, could be how, hey.
I was actually, this is crazy. That's so crazy. That's such a, I want that picture out of my head, and I keep seeing that statue that's on the lawn. This is about AI and rapey politicians, but I was trying to have ChatGPT compile a list of, this is public
Rapey
information,
politicians?
basically like politicians that have been accused of child,
Of
sex
inappropriate
crime. Yeah,
behavior.
exactly. And ChatGPT would not do it. And this is public information. Like I have a pretty comprehensive list already with details and everything, but I wanted a more comprehensive list because it cuts off at like 2021. We're in 2025. A lot can happen. And it refused to do it.
Why?
And it has a reason. I'll pull it up for you. But then so I went to DeepSeek. Remember I told you DeepSeek is a good alternative. And DeepSeek did it, but it wasn't all encompassing. He just was like, it said something like it can't do that because it could put people in danger of judgment and all this stuff. And I was like, if they're touching children, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you
In
talking
danger of
about,
judgment?
bro?
Like, really?
Yes, and but it
Well,
did
yeah,
give me a
I'm not
little
really
list.
worried about that, right?
Exactly, obviously. Okay, so this is what ChatGPT says. ChatGPT said, and kept repeating itself too. I was like, you're done. I thought, I'm sorry, but I can't help with that request. Would you like help with another kind of research or a different topic? Can you tell me why you can't research that? Thanks for your thoughtful clarification. That's not what I did. Unfortunately, I can't carry out this research request because it involves compiling allegations and indictments against identifiable individuals related to child sex crimes, which falls under a restricted category for safety and privacy reasons, even when the individuals are public figures. However, I can help you analyze legal patterns, trends in sex crime legislation, or summarize aggregate data about political scandals more
Did you
generally.
ask it to aggregate all public information?
Um, it said, no, I did. I said, my prompt was, it was pretty, no, my prompt is too long. You'll die.
I
My
mean,
prompt, I
did it
did.
say, did it specifically request public information?
I said to produce factual, evidence-based, meticulously sourced report, basically, and focus on verifiable facts and legal proceedings. And I did ask for allegations, but I said to clearly distinguish between allegations and indictments and convictions. And it would not do any of these things. Which being asked to, look for context and background could have exonerated some of these politicians, but ChatGPT was having none of it.
I don't know.
It's wild. They got these. Anyway, did you have something or you want me to keep going?
Of course, I got all kind of stuff. I'm just
Okay, we can puff pass. Mine
so
was
you want me to
long.
go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Or did I go last? Oh no, you just
No,
went.
I did with the long guy about the kids.
All right, let's go with
I'm sorry. I'm gonna make a song though for this segment.
You're going to make a song for this
With
segment?
for moving forward, yes. Hot takes, hot takes.
These are not hot takes.
Hot ghetto messes, hot ghetto messes.
A lot of them are, anyway. Most of them aren't. Not even the ones I was doing.
Yeah, we got to get more going off people. I do
okay.
have one.
Okay, so we're gonna dip into relationships real quick.
Ew.
Laugh at other men who take women that they've been with serious. It's like, but you got what?
Had that.
Been there, done that. Other women may try to say that same type of time. Oh, babe, I've had that. No, babe, you ain't had them like this though. It's in a man's nature to desire a woman or to desire women. It's in your innate nature to be like, dang, she look good. Why your woman is there? That's in a man's nature to just be like, yo, she is a good looking woman. That's not to say that you want to pursue her. Now, a woman may say the same thing and says, that dude looks good. Cool. The thing that makes any woman valuable is her being a virtuous woman. If Peter, Paul, and Patrick can say that they done been with your woman, that value has went down.
Right.
This is what we call a double standard.
It is.
Because if Patricia, Pam, and Pauletta been with your dude, your man has more value. Why? They look at you as to say, you got something that they wanted.
Right.
A purse,
Right.
a car, an outfit,
Right.
a house. No. This is really what's going to kill them. The life. When Pam, Pauletta, Patricia see that you got a man that they was with, but you got the good version. Now I'm gonna give you the same example with Paul, Peter, John, and Jabbar. If they see me with the girl that all of them hit, I'm the laughing stock.
Of course.
That's the point that I was just trying to make. Like,
Rihanna.
3 girls, 3 men, same situation. That's the double standard. Am I saying that this is okay? No. I'm just giving you an example of
How do we change this, though?
it will never, see, that's the thing. When you start hearing online, it will never change. Double standards are here to stay from BC to afterlife. Double standards are here. They're not going anywhere. There's certain things that women can do that men can never. There's things that men can do that women can never. It's just here.
That's a hell of a double standard, and he's absolutely right. 100% absolutely right. You cannot bring a girl around your boys that all the boys done smashed unless
It's crazy because I keep hearing that T.I. song in my head
unless they all know that you just about to smash her too, But if you start trying to like treat her like wifey, and they looking at you like you crazy, like bruh, seriously, you know what I'm saying? Like it does not work that way.
My homie said you tricking with his cousin. I don't mind, never mind. They be bugging. They find it hard to understand how could tip love. I hear. I mean, once you grow up, or if you're in love, none of that stuff matters. It doesn't.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't. No, it
Yeah,
doesn't.
It does. What do you mean? No, it doesn't.
It
Yes,
doesn't
does.
matter in the end. If you, like I said, like with T.I., like that song, you know what song I'm talking about? Everything that's shine and a diamond, everything that does blah blah blah. Basically, this girl was a round the way girl. She was fucking all his friends, his cousins, this and that. But he was like, I don't care because I love you and I want to have some kids with you. And that is, he's talking about the real woman that he married. Like he's talking about Tiny. That's just what it is. Like, and then they would find themselves together in strip clubs, picking girls and da da da. And then in the end, they have all these kids and they're married and he loves her. Like he loves her. So,
Dulcinea.
hmm?
In my favorite play I told you about once before called The Man from La Mancha about Don Quixote de la Mancha and his faithful trusty mate Pancho Sanza.
No judgment.
His
Go ahead.
girl, the girl of his dreams was a prostitute named Dulcinea. But all he saw was her beauty, but he was, delusional maybe, but she was, that's kind of, it happens sometimes,
Pretty
happens
It does
sometimes.
happen sometimes. I understand
I saw the movie Pretty
standard.
Woman with Richard Gere and
That's what
Julia
I just
Roberts.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I imagine it happens sometimes, but both things can be true. Don't say it doesn't matter.
True.
It literally
No,
does
it does matter. No, I don't know why another Ti verse just keeps coming in my head. The one that I remember where he says that the girl's fucking all these people, like that don't make no sense. Why you not getting paid? You a hoe, this and that. But he said, I won't say her name because she's married now at the end of the verse, And so yeah, it does matter. Obviously, otherwise he'd say her name. It'd be fine. So yeah, obviously it matters. But
I saw this one clip
but
of
the
this,
thing is
this
too
guy,
that people
you know
need
how
to
they do the interviews on
remember.
the street? Like,
Oh yeah,
just
yeah.
real quick. And he's like, saw this couple and he was like, do you mind if we ask a couple questions? Yeah, go ahead. So he asked the girl, he's like, how many guys have you ever smashed in one day? And she's like, 10. And her boyfriend looks at her and says, what? She says like 10. She's like, but it was before we were together. And he was like,
I would hope
10.
so.
Right, but she kept saying it. And he looked at her. He was like, "You for the streets." Literally walked away from her,
Walked
left the
away. I think I saw
relationship.
that too.
They've
Yeah.
been dating for like a year. He just walked. He was like 10 in a
How did
day.
he know
And she
that?
was like, and she kept saying, "But it was before we met. It was before we met."
That doesn't mean
Like
that
it
you're
shouldn't
not that
matter.
person. You are still the person that fucked 10 men on one day.
Right,
That's hell about what world record were you trying to break, ho?
right,
I don't
right.
understand. Like, what? That's
But
crazy.
but yeah, so
That's crazy. I
all
get
I'm
what you're
saying
saying.
is,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It does matter. It
I
don't
do want
matter
to say though,
sometimes, but mostly it matters. Like
right.
most of the time, it matters a lot. There are
Yeah.
occasions,
Especially if you're
like anything
younger.
else.
You're
I'm
younger
gonna
and
start calling you the PCR test because you will pick the one instance out of
well,
everything
it just kept running through my head because it
unscripted.
is. You're right. It is. It's an anomaly. It's a
Yeah,
strange and
you know,
unique
generally
experience, but
speaking, we avoid hot messes. Generally speaking.
we avoid hot messes. Me, I am a hot mess, and I am doing just fine. Um, Wait, listen. I was going to say a thing, and that thing was, oh, to the women on the other side that are like, she got the good version of him. Those women should also keep in mind that no matter how much a guy looks good, sounds good, there is a woman that is already so sick of dealing with his shit. So what
Yeah, we say
looks
it about
like
women too.
greatness on
Yeah.
the outside
Yeah, yeah.
is not
But they be
always, because
like, "Oh, how
sometimes
could
you
you give
win,
up
you win, you
Beyonce?" Or
win.
"How could you give up?" Like, I don't care how fine she is. It's
You
a
don't
nigga out there
know. You have no
somewhere
idea. This
that
bitch used to
is
wake
so
up in front.
done.
I would wake up and she'd have a knife over my forehead like this, or she used to
You know what I'm
poison my
saying? Right.
chili. I don't know, but yeah, that's the thing. So that a lot of times women will be like, "I won," and then 6 months in, they're like, "What did I win? Like, what did I win? I
Yeah,
won."
men too. Men too.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
So if you're lucky,
Hmm.
okay.
So yeah. All right. So have a good what's the news? Not the news, the
Oh, the
radio
radio.
station?
It's
Yeah.
KPOO, and it is from the hours between 12 and 3. Usually we get there late.
You don't have a number for you out there
It's
in Oakland?
89.
Yeah, you don't know it. You don't know your
Not
number.
right now. I do know it though. It's a new gig, but it's
Okay.
a great politically charged, radical, where we can say whatever we want, even if they're lists radio show. It's great. We don't play any clips though. We just talk and we play music, underground hip hop and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Too bad I don't get that station way out here.
I think you do.
I don't think so.
If it's online, you do. You can listen live online, like
Oh,
your
okay.
station. Yeah.
All right. Well, when you figure out what station it is, let me know.
That's relevant. It is 89.
Yeah, and don't forget to log into daddyflirt.com. This is like probably the best playlist anywhere
For
today
real.
for me.
Besides KPOO, that's pretty on par. But but yeah,
Besides who?
KPOO, our radio station, which is at an 89.5 FM.
Oh, okay. KPOO?
Yes.
K-Poo?
Hey poo. We're not allowed to say that on air though. That's what people call it. I've been calling it like that for years and years. But yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, daddyflirt.com, flirt radio from 12 to 5. It's class of 1988. That's when I graduated. So we grooving like Madonna, Duran Duran, that kind of stuff,
Yeah, do
all
the
through the
groove,
second half
bro.
of your workday. So with that being said,
Good shit.
I'll holler at you tomorrow, Leah.
I'll holler at you too.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye. Anyway, I don't know. I think we're good. Yeah, you're good.
Yep, I'm gonna see if I have one more. I said, yep, I'm gonna see if I have one more. I mean, I do, but I'm trying to find a super duper duper duper. Oh, here, I got one. I got one. This will be a good
Okay.
one to end on.
All
It
right.
is. It is
All
good.
right.
You hush
See
it.
what college professor you pull out to lecture us next.
Yeah, but I don't like it. This shit. Edit link. Just go to the link, bitch. Why would it do? Oh, I know how to do it then. You know what? I found out where the problem is, though. It's in my board that I was giving you all those. I was saying, oh, I do so well with my organized board. I don't do well with it now because you can't play videos in it anymore. They took it down. I should have fucking downloaded it. You want to know what it was? Damn, that's messed up. It was Charlie Kirk. I mean, it was Charleston White explaining how he's people say he's the Black Charlie Kirk, and he was explaining how he is not.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, you did. They
Yeah,
took it down.
I didn't
Why would they take it
appreciate
down? Why
how
does Elon?
I didn't appreciate him talking about fuck Charlie Kirk, fuck that white boy when he died. I didn't think
I
that was
mean,
cool
he
at
says a
all.
lot of shit. I mean, it is
I
what it
know, but
is.
I just
Like,
didn't think that
Charlie
was
Kirk didn't
cool.
care about it.
So like he make me throw up in the back of my throat a little bit still when I think about him right now.
I mean, a lot of the shit
Until
he
I get
said.
over it. You know what I'm saying?
Come
Like I'll get over
on.
it because he says good shit too, don't get me wrong. But as of right now, listen, I don't appreciate
A
that.
lot of what
And
he
I'm not even
said.
like a Charlie Kirk stan or anything, but I like, dude, that was just a bad look. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was just not, that was just bullshit. That was just fucked up. I
I,
can't fuck with you
I
like
don't know.
that.
I feel like a lot of people.
All right. So
No, no, that wasn't my one. I
it's
thought I,
noon.
so I know that I'm supposed to be at the radio, and
I
I
know. So let's
want to get these
go.
off of my
Say
plate. I
bye.
just get to take
Save
it
it
off
for
of
the
my
next
plate. I'm
one.
taking it
Let's
off my plate. I can't do it. It's
save it for
so
the
fast.
next one.
It's so hard. Come on, it's three. It's 1 minute. It's 1 minute long. Please, Aaron. I just think I'm gonna do it, and you can hang up if you want to. 3 years of therapy in 1 minute. You're welcome.
So here we go. Number one, turns out your parents did their best and also kind of fucked you up. But guess what? At the end of the day, you gotta deal with it. Number two, no one is coming to save you. No magical mentor, no secret billionaire uncle, not even fucking Batman. It's just you. And yeah, that includes doing basic stuff like folding your laundry before it becomes a fucking roommate. Number three, boundaries. That doesn't mean blocking somebody on Instagram. Say it with me. No. With a smiley face. No. See? Revolutionary. Don't have to be mean or rude. Number four, stop chasing people who treat you like a fucking option. I'm not a side quest. And if they can't see that, they need to go play somebody else's game.
I don't know what you did,
Number
but you
five,
fucked up your
self-care isn't to have
your
bombs and
video.
face masks. It's getting 8 hours of sleep, eating something that grew in the ground, and answering that email before it ruins your whole fucking week. Number six, feelings don't kill you. Crying won't kill you. Screaming into a pillow won't kill you. But ignoring your feelings? Oh, that's going to destroy you from the inside out. Number seven, you don't find yourself. You build yourself day by day. Some days you're leveling up, and other days you're responding at square one. Both of them count. And last but not least, most of the time, it's not that deep. You're not cursed. You're just tired, thirsty, and maybe overdue for a snack. There you go. That's 3 years of therapy condensed into a 60-second rant. I saved you 15
You
grand.
even hear the last
Venmo me
one? You're
$5.
just gonna totally freaking.
Listen, I've heard 15 people do that same shit.
I know, but his
in
was
1
really
minute.
good take. It was a good take. Sometimes you just need a snack. It's true.
Yeah.
You gotta get your blood
I
sugar.
did hear that. I did hear that. I'm sorry.
I never, ever.
I'm trying to be good natured about it.
You're not. That's the
Yes, I
thing. You're
am.
not trying at all. If you are, then I'm so disappointed
totally
in your
trying.
inner spirit and soul. That is crazy.
I am in a good mood and I'm smiling and I'm teasing.
What was wrong with his take? If you have a better
It wasn't
one,
a take. It was reading a
that is his
list.
take. It's a list. Okay,
It
but
was
you didn't give me
literally
the
reading a
rules.
list.
You didn't give me the rules prior to doing this. That to me is a take
Okay.
on how to
Okay.
get
I
through
didn't
life.
show anybody
1 minute
reading
or less.
lists though. I
I
like
didn't. So
everybody
what? It
reading a
doesn't matter.
list.
I'm never ever gonna follow what you do exactly. I just need to know the rules. That's all.
It's not rules. It's like reading a list is not a hot take. That's
If-
all.
I wonder, is this
I'm
a
gonna name
list?
this
Because
one
this
Leah reads lists. In the thumbnail.
I didn't read them though. I didn't read them though. Next
Leah
time I'm gonna have
reveals.
all lists.
Leah reveals hidden
Can't wait.
lists.
Can't wait till next time. It's gonna be all lists.
Look, what I played
And they're
was
gonna
not a
get
hot
longer
take.
and longer.
So listen, what I played for the most part was not a hot take. The last one was, so I could kind of try to, get you back on the
I don't even remember the
horsey
last
there.
one.
Huh?
I don't even remember the last one.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
It is about men and women and the double
Oh, I
standard.
remember that. I guess that was a hot take.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is a list.
Yes.
If you're
We do hot
Irish,
takes, you and me,
I
when
don't
we
give a shit
talking.
if you speak English or any other fucking language. I don't give a
Wait,
shit.
hold on. I'm
if
gonna
you're
see if she says
Christian
two.
or
Oh no,
Jewish.
she doesn't. She doesn't list it, but it's a list.
When they're reading lists, it's not a hot take.
She's not reading it. She's just going off.
Yeah, well, she can go off. That's fine. I love people when they go off.
Mm-hmm. Like A, you're stupid. B, you're dumb. 3, that's a list or no. Is that a list? I need to know these things. Is that a list?
Look, if they're counting higher than 3, then it's a list. When they get to number 5,
that's good. I asked for the rules. I'm writing them down. They will be on the screen too.
The best hot takes is when they forget by the time they get to number 3. They'd be like, first of all, and second, and then you don't even write.
What if they say first the fuck all? Because I learned that from one person I listened to, and I was like, that is fucking the best way I've heard somebody use fuck in so long. First the fuck all is great. Okay,
yeah,
they get
I don't want to make it seem like your people that were reading their list didn't have like good things to say and everything. It's just you got my mouth all ready for a hamburger and you slide through a burrito.
Yeah,
you got my mouth all ready.
You didn't get what you wanted doesn't mean you couldn't want what you got.
Papas.
Just because you didn't get what you wanted doesn't mean you couldn't want what you got.
It ain't what you want that makes you good and fat. It's what you get.
Well, it could be human meat.
You just say the weirdest shit sometimes. White people are so murderous.
They are so murderous. And then they make you eat the meat. Eat it.
That's funny.
That was.
All right.